Hello there, my name's Peter Kemp and I've been coaching the violas for the last couple of years, and I'm going to do a little video to try and help you out with some techniques that will make playing the Pomp and Circumstance March number 4 a little bit freer and a little bit easier. So this week many people have been remembering the life and works of one of my favourite film composers called Ennio Morricone, and he was famous for writing for a genre of film called spaghetti westerns. And this got me thinking a little bit about the Pomp and Circumstance March and how it's very big, grand music with big musical gestures. And there's a danger that when we play it, we start to get really involved in that bigness with these huge gestures in our bowing arms, and everything can start to feel a little bit like trying to eat a bowl of spaghetti with a spoon. It's just not going to be the right tool for the job, is it? So I want to, with the aid of spaghetti, we're going to see if we can work on getting some efficient movements with our hands and fingers and wrist and forearm. So the first thing I'd like us to do is something else I've been noticing this week is people using a different kind of new gesture that's been developing on the screen, because when we're doing Zoom meetings we can't hear each other, we all have to mute each other and listen to the one person who's talking, and if we're listening to people playing, we want to applaud, they can't hear us clapping. So there's a thing seems to be developed which is a kind of motion like this. There's the Zoom clap or the Zoom wave, and it got me thinking this is actually a really useful movement for what we need in this piece. So if we just have a little look at that movement, we've got two things going on here. We've got an up and down rotation movement with our upper arms, like so. And then we've also got like a wave, the kind of wave we do, like with little children. Bye bye, bye bye mummy, bye bye, that kind of thing, yeah? Hello, hello. And then we're sort of combining the two together in the Zoom wave, yay! So there we go. Let's just slow that down a little bit. And what we're going to do as well is we're going to make our little ring hold that we use to hold our bow. So that we've got this finger here, and then we connect with the thumb like this. We can mirror that with our left hand as well, and then we can slow that kind of thing down like this. So see if you can mirror what I'm doing there. Fabulous. Okay, so now if you can get yourself a piece of spaghetti, and you're going to trap that in that little space between your finger and your thumb on the end of your spaghetti, and then we start to get something like this. If we just do the same movement, whoa, and we start to look like a conductor. Dum ba dum ba da ba da da dum da dum da 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 da. So you can have a go at that if you like. Ba dum ba da ba dum 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 da dum da dum. We can slow that right the way down. Yay, okay. So that's the first movement to practice. Lots of freedom in the wrist there. Okay. So what we're going to do this time, we're going to capture the end of the spaghetti, but we're going to still do the same kind of movement. So there's the movement without holding the spaghetti, and now we're going to hold the spaghetti. Whee! I missed it. It's because I'm looking at the camera and not the spaghetti. There we go. Okay. So here's our bow hold, and here we're resting on the string. So now we can do a little rocking motion like this. And then if we put two fingers like this, we've got two strings, and we can rock from one string to the other. Okay, if we then get three fingers together, we can really work at making that You notice my elbow isn't moving at all. Should we go for 4 strings? There we go. So we'll make a little curve, so we can go all over all 4. Okay, so we got a rocking motion rather than a rolling. So that's one way of string crossing. But our other is this. So if we're going to do fast string crossings, this is much more efficient than this. Okay, so there we go. So you can practice rocking and going from one string to the other. Okay, and I like the spaghetti because it's springy. Look, it's springy, just like the bow is. You can really feel the contact with the strings. Okay, so if we have a look at our Pomp and Circumstance March number 4, if you have a little look at bar 2, we've got one very quick string crossing from the A string to the D string, if we're going to do that in 3rd position. So let's just have a look at that. So if we've got our A string and our D string, we want to set the bow or the spaghetti so it's comfortable for both strings, and then we're just going to rock down a little bit. So let's practice our rhythm. 1 and 2 and dee da dee da. Let's do that again. 1 and 2 and A D A A. So I'm saying that the strings that we're playing on, not the notes that we're playing. So it's very important to work out what string you're on. Okay, let's try that one more time. Here we go. 1 and 2 and down, up. Dee dee dee, boom. 1 and 2 and A D A dum. Yay. Okay, so there's one instance where you could practice this. Let's have a look at another one. Let's look at letter B. 1, 2, 3, the 4th bar. So just take a moment, if you've got the music there, have a look at the 4th bar and work out which notes are on which strings. So we've got C, G, G, C, C, G, G. So again, we can use this with our 2 strings. C, and we've got 2 down bows this time. Down, G, G, C, C, G, G. Dung, ding, ding, dung, dung, ding, ding. G, sorry, C, G, G, C, C, G, G. Dum, ding, ding, dung, dung, ding, ding. Dung, ding, ding, dung, dung, ding, ding. There we go. Okay, and another one we could practice that on. And if you're feeling any tension in your wrist, just take a little moment just to practice doing a little rocking on your finger there. There we go. And we can always come back to this as well. So we're really getting freedom in that wrist. And then the rocking. And then the rocking between the 2 strings. Okay, so let's have a look now at 2 bars before figure E. So we're gonna, if you just check out then, 2 bars before figure E, you'll see you've got 2 notes on each of the 4 strings. A, D, D, G, G, C, C. Okay, so we can practice that with make a little bit of a curve with your fingers. Get your spaghetti or your bow set so it's about right for the middle 2, so that you can roll across. Oh, that's rolling. This is rocking, so you can rock across. Here we go. And then we'll start from here and we'll go A, D, D, G, G, C, C. So we're really A, D, D, G, C, C, C. A, D, D, G, G, C, C. And you'll find that if you work on this kind of movement, you're going to find it much easier to play a passage like that. Hope you have fun. Bye.